Welcome back to another video. I'm Brad Taylor at Taylor Coach and Tracy's RV. What I'm wanting to show you today, this is a 17-foot tandem axle, sort of a double bunk, because being that my coaches are built to individuals, couples can have what they want in a trailer and what they really need. So it's your choice as a consumer on the features we add and the features we don't. Something that's very unique about this particular trailer, something we wanted to show you customers out there, is that not all trailers have to have propane. The trailer, this particular trailer that I built for this couple, they chose to not have any propane on board. So up at the front here, we have no propane tanks. They're just going to have their battery and that up front because it still has the power converter and that, but they didn't want any propane in the unit at all. You still have the spare at the back. You have your BAL balancing jacks all the way around like we do on all our coaches. We have the great big front window on the front, so when you're sitting up at the front dinette, you got lots of visibility out to see what's going on in the park. We still have the 2-inch receiver on the back for carrying your bikes, and it still has your great A&E 8500 rollout awning on the side. Let me bring you inside and I'll show you some of the things that they did inside that's different than some of our other coaches that we do. Let's go on board. Now we got you on board on this particular coach. Some of the things I wanted to point out on being that it has no propane in it. On the counter here as an example, it gives them lots of counter space because they didn't want any propane. It still has all the 110 and the power converter in it and that, and they have the option they can cook electrically inside if they choose to once they're at sites where they have hydro, or they can also cook if they had a portable cooktop they could bring on board. You just got to make sure you're giving yourself fresh air as if you're using portable cook stuff on the inside. They've also chose to not even have any water on board. They wanted a particular unit so it has no tap. They have their cutting board, they have a sink where they can drain their water and that. They can put a portable jug on the counter because it's the way they chose to camp in their particular trailer, and they know the options that they like and they dislike. So it keeps things very simple in life on winterizing, looking after tanks or any of that kind of stuff. They don't have any of that to worry on board. And on the front up here, how I kind of mentioned on the outside when I said traditionally in my 17s, a lot of them do have double bunks, and they chose to not put the bunk on the front of this particular coach. They wanted just a shelf up here where you could throw hats, reading books, those kind of knick-knack things you want to put on the front up here where they didn't want the bunk. This particular shelf we have up at the front here is something that I started building in our coaches back in 1981, and we built this particular shelf in a lot of our coaches right up till about 1997, and then when I went to the bunks at the front and everything, I started giving consumers the option. If you wanted the bunk, you could have it. If you didn't, you didn't have to. It doesn't really take away the headroom if you have the bunk at the front. It's just they didn't feel they needed that much storage because they have a lot of storage on board because they don't have some of the other features that took up space on the trailers, like freshwater tanks, hot water heaters, furnaces, stoves, things like that. So it left them a lot more storage space. We still have the great little front ledge up here for putting watches, salt and pepper, playing cards and that. This is a 40-inch dinette up here that will also go into making a very small single or a nice, I should say very small double or a single bed. Lots of cross ventilation with a nice front window at the front. You've got lots of storage up above. They also chose not to put a microwave in it, but we built the feature that if they ever chose to have a microwave in it, it's their decision. We can remove the door and they could still have a microwave. So it's really their choice if they want one down the road or not. We'll show you some of the features at the back here. So coming to the back here, they've got a 54-inch by 75 double bed, so it's an inch longer than a double bed, being at 75, and you can just give it a pull like this. It will pull right out, and it also just flips back. So it makes into a nice comfortable bed at the back. It's easy to make into a bed. You can leave it made up to a bed all the time if you choose to, because you have your dinette to sit up at the front. It gives you lots of storage down below here. If you've got laundry baskets, when we're out camping in our own trailer, I slide a couple laundry baskets underneath for anything, a little extra knickknacks that I want to carry on board that I just need a place to store it. And from there, for putting it back down to a dinette or a couch, it just easily flips back up. The cushions are all sewed together so you have no seams on the cushions, so there's no cracks on the bed or anything. It makes into a lovely bed. You still have your bunk area at the back here where you can have your cushions if you want to use it as a bunk. Again, they chose to not use it as a bunk, so it makes into a great storage cabinet. So if you've got extra bedding or anything like that, you can take and you can store it all up above. You can undo your pins on the end, swing it down, store it all, and if you wonder where you put some of that stuff, you can always open the doors and you can see it. It's very accessible to get at, and you know where you've stored it. They've got their closet here, which is our traditional closet in the 17 with the rod up above. You can have this just into a pantry and forget the closet like we've showed you in some of the other trailers with a couple hooks at the back for your coats. Again, it's your choice as a consumer. Something they've also, because this has no propane in it, we've just put what you would refer to as your bar fridge in this particular trailer. So it's just a straight 110 fridge, but the feature that we built in this trailer for them is that we've made the opening big enough with a little storage spot up above so it's well anchored in the fridge, and that so it can travel here. We've got a little cord that'll snap across so the door won't come open when it's traveling, and they can set stuff up here while they're camping, but the fridge has got lots of ventilation the way we've designed it. But they also have the feature down the road, if they ever decide to take this fridge out and have a gas system put on board, it's all framed for the venting at the back and the venting on the roof. It's a matter of just removing this fridge, installing a gas system on the unit, and then they have the option to still have a gas electric fridge. They could add a stove down the road if they ever want to add a stove down the road. So it's their choice as a consumer. Just today they've decided they don't want any propane because that's how they camp, and we can accommodate all you customers that are looking for those features in a trailer. So you got lots of storage down below. They still have a washroom on board here, except they've done it just with a portable toilet. We've left it in the box for the customers and that. That way there, when they're storing it at home, when it comes to winter time, they can just take the toilet, store it in a box downstairs. They know what's in that box. But when it's brand new like this, we leave it sitting in the box so they've got it when they take it home. But, you know, they still have the washroom on board so they don't have to cut across the field in that rainy, miserable night, or if they're doing a lot of spring camping or late fall camping and they need to use the washroom, they've got that on board without having a complete water system and that. So in features like that, it's really you guys as the consumers out there on features you like and you don't like on trailers, and that's what we do at Taylor Coach here. We offer from all the bells and whistles to not getting the bells and whistles. It's your choice as a consumer. So down there, if you got some ideas, I should say, and you want to look us up, again, my name's Brad Taylor. You can go to our website. It's taylorcoach.com. You can look at our different models. We've been doing a lot of these videos we've been putting on there to show you guys out there that you, instead of always coming to the yard, you can look at it, watch our videos on YouTube. It's on our Facebook. There, a homepage, I should say. There's the YouTube button you can hit, and you can watch all the videos on YouTube. And you can see all the different models and different features that we do. We're going to be bringing you some more down the road here, also with different ones that we're doing. But showing you this particular one shows a lot of versatility of things that we offer in an RV. I really hope you enjoy the video. And if you got any questions, again, look us up. It's taylorcoach.com. My name's Brad Taylor. My phone numbers are there. If you got any questions, you can send us an email if you've got some ideas of what you're looking for in a trailer. Look forward to hearing from you. Hope you enjoy the video. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.